Cup. Tonight we got special guest, my man, Hall of Famer from West Virginia, man. C. Pleasant, Bowie High School, first team all met 1994. Damien Owens, man. Charlie Moe.
Yes, indeed, in the easy for
got my man Moose Sumner in the house tonight.
Yes.
The Dallas Cowboys guy.
Yeah, had to bring him on.
Cameraman Dallas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But, you know, we can get to the show, man. Hollow Man Dio, man. Good seeing you, seen a while, man.
Always.
My man.
Always.
One of the best ever did it. Most underrated player from here, for real, to me.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Talk about this, you growing your upbringing, man. C. Pleasant, Temple Hills and all that, man. How was that growing up, man?
Temple Hills, C. Pleasant.
C. Pleasant.
I was born at Georgetown Hospital. But we were living around 8th Street Southeast, Alabama, by St. East. And then my mother thought she was doing something to improve her life. And at about age 10 or 12, moved out to C. Pleasant. And that's where I kind of like picked up basketball. And it was because some friends actually took me in, because back then, you know, I mean, it was big on going to the rec. And we used to walk to the rec to go. So
you walking to the rec, man. Name some of the guys that you hang around at that young age.
You wouldn't know them, but
trust me, I know a lot of people.
Dante, Corey Heyman, Glenn, can't remember his last name. Goat, that's what we call him in the name, but I can't remember. And then someone was older, like you might know this one.
Yeah.
Brian Ellaby.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Bad boy.
Brian recruited you when you was in high school.
Nah, he used to be out there. We had this thing on Sunday. Sunday. Yeah, the Brian Ellaby.
Yeah, the coach.
Yeah. Yeah, from Michigan.
Yeah.
We had this thing. So on Sundays around our way, that was when the big boys played.
They do a matter with colors.
Everybody else played during the week, but on Sundays, that's when the big boy played. So I was
Slice.
Huh? Slice.
Check it out.
Remember, I'm from C. Pleasant.
Yeah,
C. Pleasant in the house. C. Pleasant in the house.
C. Pleasant in the house.
C. Pleasant in the house.
Yeah. So we had this thing where on Sundays, the big boys would play.
Yeah.
So when I was about 13, they let me into the big boys group because I was actually dunking out there. And I mean, I would say that's what raised me. You know what I'm saying? That's what raised me to be, you know.
Y'all played across the highway at the little park, or across the little creek from Greenland Willow?
We used to have a tournament.
Oh, they still
came.
Everybody came.
And there's people even coming from DC.
Yeah.
Everybody came because that was like the hottest tournament. Everybody wanted to be there. And we won it, I'm going to be honest with you, we won it twice while I was playing. We won it twice. But, man, that was the tournament that they loved.
So you at 13, so what were some of the players you looked up to at that young age before you started reaching your peak playing basketball?
To be honest, I didn't actually look up to anybody because I was afraid to play basketball. I was brought up, and I know y'all had Tony Parham on the show, right?
Yeah.
I had a coach that would keep me up. And so, because I felt like I was playing on eggshells when he put me in a game, because it'd only be like 2 or 3 minutes. So I didn't even want to go back to playing basketball. This is like 6th grade, 7th grade. And then, but I was still playing around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
And then what happened was 2 of my friends, Nelson Moore, Roger Bonds and Donald Brasfield, said he needed to go out for the team. Because I wasn't even playing. I didn't even play my 9th grade year though. But I used to play intramurals, and they see me play. Once they see me play, it was like, you need to go out, not even for JV, but for varsity. And I guess, you know, I'm just going to be real, because this is what we talk about, right? I lost my confidence in between there. I lost my confidence.
how you gain that back?
Interesting story. We, the coach on the varsity team, he said he came to see me play. He came to see me play in the Murals, and he said, "You're going on for varsity." I didn't even know who he was. And then my friend Rick down in Brunsfield, right? Rick said, "Nah, that means you're going off for varsity." So I never even played JV. You know what I'm saying? What he said, you going off for varsity.
You was in 10th grade?
I was in the 10th grade because I didn't play in 9th grade.
Right.
9th grade, I was boxing. 9th grade, I was actually boxing.
Right.
And I didn't want to leave that. But he said, Damien, if he come up to you, you going to make it. And I made it. Here's the interesting fact about that. I didn't play the first 3 games at all. So I was like, here we go again. Here we go again, right? And then we had a Christmas trip to Philadelphia. And you'll never believe who we played. But we played Rashid Allen. I still didn't play. But then when I got back from there, he put me in. And after that, I had a good game, and I started ever since.
You know, you had a good coach that was just trying to bring you along slowly. Sometimes kids can't adjust to that.
Yeah, I mean,
and they back out of that.
Yeah, I might not have.
That's
I
a
might
hard
not have
mindset
appreciated.
to take.
Yeah, I might not appreciate
that's
it at
hard
the
to
time.
take.
At the
Everybody
time.
don't develop the same way. Like,
Right.
I agree.
everybody's path is different. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
some people come out and they blossom early, and then they die off.
Yeah.
And then some people are late bloomers. Like, they don't get to play early, and they're not fused. That's the fire to get a lot of basketball players.
It was because I mean, I don't mean to call nobody out, but you know, I would say that when we was younger, Tony Parham had a way more successful career than I did.
Right.
Way more. And I looked up to him. You know what I'm saying?
So you saying
As
Tony?
you got older, you saying Tony one of the guys that get a
that
little
boosted
more
you.
fanfare.
Tony was in
He was
Sports
playing.
Illustrated.
Yeah,
No,
we know
Tony
that.
was
Yeah,
Sports
we
Illustrated.
talked about that. And there's two sides to that. You know, he was getting that, and you in there looking like I can do the same thing. I'm just not getting the same vibe that he's getting right now.
Well, I would say this.
The opportunities that he was getting.
I would say this. I wasn't thinking that I wasn't getting the same opportunities. I was just thinking that I know how hard I play. You know what I'm saying? And one thing about me is, and I'm no Kurt to tell you, is I'm going to give you 48 minutes when we on that floor.
No bullshit. both ends of the
Give you
court.
48 minutes.
Both ends of
And
the
it's
court.
not just going to be for scoring. You know what I'm saying?
Both ends of the
Always
court.
got to look at it. Hard work pays off.
And that's kind
On both
of
ends.
that went, but it just made me feel better. Made me feel better.
Do you think that's what develops you
That push.
to being a hard worker?
I think belief developed me.
Right.
And you just brought up, before we started this broadcast, you just brought up Joyce Tillman.
Right.
She had the belief in me.
Right.
She came to me in 10th grade and said, I want you. And so in 10th grade, she taking me to Orlando, taking me to Florida, to Louisiana, and we playing against like Lorenzen Wright and all them.
Right.
And I was like, I could play against these dudes.
That's what builds confidence, playing against the best. You know what I mean? Once you get on the road and you know you compete against players that you don't compete against locally, it gives you a different mindset about playing basketball.
That's another thing that I would say, and I would like for this to be broadcast. One thing that one of her players said at the funeral was she took a whole lot of kids out of PG County and showed them that there's another way of life. Because many of us, we didn't know no better. We didn't know nothing else.
Yeah.
And same thing for DC. You didn't know no better. All you knew is DC.
Shit, I would say George Tillman started DC Assault because if it wasn't for her, me and Curtis would have never. We wouldn't have knew how to register for AAU. She didn't want to took us down and filled out all the paperwork and guided us to the program that we developed. So she take a lot of credit for the things that that happened along the way.
Yeah.
So what do you think about AAU now as opposed to when you played?
You want my honest opinion?
Yeah.
I think in sports now, whether it's football or basketball, whatever, they're a lot softer than when we was growing up. Because now you can't touch nobody.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely fast.
And so I think, they, and I'm not saying this because they are talented, but they think they're good, but you're not as good as you think you are. You're not no Ronnie Lott. You're not no Joe Montana. You see what I'm saying?
Man, that's so true because I feel like players now that a lot of people covet wouldn't even make the teams that you and a lot of other players played on.
And you too.
Back in the day.
Don't discount yourself. You too. Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's the truth.
In the AAU era, I don't think I came up in the AAU era in terms of, these tennis shoe companies.
Let me put it like this.
Yeah.
Let me put it like this. This will answer a whole lot of questions. When was the last time you actually seen somebody bleeding on the floor?
Shit.
Because we seen it. We seen it like once a month.
Yeah, once a month.
We seen this shit right there.
We seen it practice. Yeah. It's a whole basketball is a whole lot different than it was, and I really don't like it. Like it's hard for me to watch.
Yeah,
it's hard for me to watch basketball
when you
now.
last time somebody bleeding on the floor?
They only I watch basketball games and yeah.
Man, I see it these days. I see it in certain players right now, but you don't see it. You don't see it like everybody was a dog back then. Everybody had the same talent, but everybody was
a dog.
Was competing. Now people back down when they hear a name. It's totally different now. But we hear a name, we want to, show me what you got, man.
Do you think that's because of the rules?
I think
no rules, man.
think
the rules, your mentality.
I think the
man.
rules have something to do with it, but like he said as well, it is mentality.
Yeah,
it is
mentality.
It's the same thing. Because you can't touch nobody now.
Is it okay? Let me ask you this: is it the mentality of the kids, or is it the mentality of the people who were running these
both.
Tournaments?
It's both.
And running the NCAA, because
it's
like
both.
now, when you played with us,
mm-hmm.
we probably in the summertime we might have played 80 something games, right? Because we play every weekend.
Come on, man. We played. When I was playing, and I'm not saying this in a bad way. When I was playing, it was like an 8-hour job.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling
I was
you.
playing at University of Maryland. I was going to work out and live.
It was nonstop.
Yeah.
Like we played every weekend.
Yeah.
From March after the high school season until August. We played every weekend. And it was 80 something games almost every summer when we played, because the tournaments. So they do the tennis shoe companies who sponsor you now. We play 4 games. We play 4 games a weekend now, and that might only be a whole an entire.
I'm listening to
league play for UA or Nike or Adidas is 12 game season and then playoffs. And you play 4 games a weekend. But when you was playing, you had to play probably 8 games, 7 to 8 games every weekend.
And like a weekend.
Every weekend.
But let me ask you this question, because I'm not certain, and I could be wrong. Whatever. Remember Boo Williams?
Yeah,
Boo Williams.
Boo Williams,
because his tournaments you had to play like 4 games.
Exactly, but he's
in a day.
But the whole AAU or grassroots is now geared towards shoe companies. So Boo Williams has tournaments. He has a whole gym. He has his own gym.
I know he does.
He has his own gym. So a lot of the shoe companies.
I know you play there. I know.
We play there. We play at Boo Williams, but back when you played, y'all played probably 3 times as many games. And now the sports, the commentators, they say that the high school kids play too many games in a summer.
Mm-hmm.
So now a summer might be 30 games as opposed to 80. And then they you know what I mean? Like
I hear you, but it's funny at the same time.
It's funny because
the summer's supposed to last like
exactly
90 days or something, right?
They act like these kids play too many games. That's what I'm saying. Like you wearing the kids out. It's crazy. Like,
well, let me ask you a question, because I know you shared this with me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, the kids growing up, they feel like they have an entitlement mentality.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that?
Exactly. Yes. Too much.
They think they're entitled to something.
Too much. I believe
because it's sweet for them.
It's too sweet for them.
They
giving too much.
They getting all the shit that we was like living for that shit.
It's very sweet.
They see all the shit at high school.
But I'm telling you, I remember vividly when they locked up Rayful. I seen you walking out there.
Oh shit!
I remember that vividly, and I was like, "That's my man, Kurt."
No, that wasn't him, man.
That wasn't him.
No, he was in house.
I was like, I remember that vividly.
Hey, man.
Tell me if I'm lying.
Nah, you saw the wrong person.
Hey, look here.
Red cup.
We got
Red cup in effect.
We got my man James. We're gonna talk about them West Virginia days, man.
Yeah,
Matter of fact, let's talk about your recruiting. What made you go to West Virginia, and who else was recruiting you?
Actually.
And how much did West Virginia give you?
Nah, they ain't give me no money.
In 1 second, though, man.
I'm
Stop this
fucking with
library talk and talk some real shit right now,
What you
man.
mean library talk?
Tell them what happened with the recruitment, everything, man.
I'm
We know
already
you was a
telling.
bad dude, Joe.
I'm
Let's
okay.
talk
He
about
laid
it,
back.
man.
You know the way he talk like he played like he's laid back.
Yeah.
Here's the thing.
Boom.
When I went to West Virginia,
That's why I call him the most underrated
it was a
motherfucker
game.
in town.
It was a
Right here.
game of Georgetown, and it was New York versus DC, and I was playing against Stephon Marbury.
Mm-hmm.
And so for the first time, I ever really, we didn't have no money. My mother didn't have no money, so I never went to those ABC camps and stuff like that. So the only people that really knew me was like people around the earth. And so I played in this All-Star game against Stephon Marbury, and I shut him down. And then they walked up to me. Duke walked up to me. West Virginia walked up to me. Michigan walked up to me. Like, all these schools walked up to me now.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I went to West Virginia was because Dirk Wittenberg was the coach at West Virginia at the time.
What was I there?
Assistant coach.
He was assistant coach. Yeah, he gave me his card. He gave me his card. And I said, I'm not going to West Virginia.
I ain't know Dirk was up there.
But, yeah, they flew me in. And I said, okay. And I had a good time. When I said, okay, well, I'm going to have somebody from here with me.
Mm-hmm.
Funny thing about it was he left the next year to go to Georgia Tech.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, and I was like, I signed my life over to Dirk Wittenberg, and he gone.
He gone. He rolled out.
So, yeah.
So you ain't signed because of the head coach?
No, I signed because of Dirk Wittenberg.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that happened. That's in recruiting. That's one of the major problems in recruiting, because the head coach don't go out and actually recruit the kids.
The head coach came to my house.
They just closed the deal.
He came to my house to see players.
Yeah, that's the closer. They just closed the deal. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, kids.
And I'm gonna tell you what he said. I'm gonna tell you exactly what he said. He said, because if you look it up, he said we got 5 seniors who starting. So you got a chance of starting. And I ain't want to be on the bench. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, I'll take my chance with that. But when Dirk Wittenberg left, yeah, it was kind of a blow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what assistant coach is gonna roll to the next job. They trying to.
Yeah, and then he went down there to Georgia Tech and
I'm quite sure
recruited
he told you he was
Stephon Marbury. No, he didn't.
Okay.
He said nothing to you.
Oh, he didn't let you know that he was
Didn't
gone?
say nothing. And the next time I seen him,
Come on, Dirk, that's bullshit, Wittenberg.
Yeah.
the next time I seen him was at Joyce Tillman's funeral.
Oh my God.
Since he
What'd he
recruited.
say?
He didn't say. I didn't even ask him because
Yeah.
I didn't even care by now.
That's too long.
Because now it's
Damn.
over with.
That's wild and shit. So what's the other schools though, man? You know. Let,
Duke.
let
Did
the
you take
people
your
let,
visits?
let the people know Damon
took all
Owens,
your
man.
visits?
No, I took a visit to Manhattan. I took a visit to West Virginia. I took a visit to.
You took all 5 visits?
Nah, I didn't take all 5. I took 3, but I can't even remember the third one. But the reason why I did it was because I was thinking that my mother couldn't afford to pay for college. So if I got a chance to get through it for free,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
That's
gonna
why
do
you.
it.
Yeah.
And so I committed early. So I committed in November before our season even started.
For you
Yeah,
saying
early
okay,
signing
okay.
period. Early
Yeah.
signing period. Yeah.
And I was like, because I don't want to put that on her, you know?
You still should have
Yeah.
took them 5 visits, buddy.
No bullshit.
Man.
No bullshit. Huh?
Oh man, steak dinners.
It's probably just when you're not highly recruited, you know, when
You're
a
a
lot
little
of
skeptical, yeah,
you're
right,
a
you
little
want-
skeptical.
yeah.
Say, I get
You
it.
just want to secure that motherfucker. That,
Yeah,
that,
you
that
want to
offer.
get that offer.
No,
Yeah.
he was on some other shit where he could have
Yeah,
laid, he could
I'm-
have chilled.
But he didn't know.
I'm being
Right, no,
honest.
right,
I think
right,
he
right.
didn't know
I'm
yet.
being honest. Duke sent me a letter. North Carolina sent me a letter.
Yeah, if you had
They
Duke
said
in North
they wanted
Carolina,
to-
you
they
was supposed
said
to
they-
take them
they
5
said they-
visits.
No, they said they wanted to see me
They
play.
didn't offer you.
Yeah, they didn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
they done did. That's a.
Yeah.
that- parents, I hope y'all listen to this shit.
I bet
Stop
they-
telling y'all kids in college if the motherfuckers ain't coming to see you play.
Yeah.
Cut all that bullshit.
I'm gonna
out
just
y'all
say
doing.
this about if any kid will ask me for advice about recruiting, you only as good as the schools that's recruiting you that offer you. If you get an offer, that's the level you gonna play at, or less. Like you can't go play basketball and get better than the offer you got. Like you're not gonna go nowhere if you become a senior and then you go and play an extra year. You know what I mean? When schools are recruiting you, this is what the advice I would give any parent. If a school is recruiting you and you got 5 schools recruiting you and they mid majors or whatever, low majors, that's the level that you at. You're not higher than what you're being recruited.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line. Like you can't make a coach, Mike Krzyzewski like you because you want him to like you.
Right.
If he don't offer you no scholarship and he ain't knocking on your door, he ain't calling your phone, that's not the level that you are. You only the level of the coaches that are coveting you and trying to get you.
But you know what? It's 2 sides of that though, Moose. And I get what you're saying, but like we were talking, you know what I'm saying, and I get what you're saying, right? And sometimes I mean like I can use myself for an example as far as the recruiting process, and me and Charlie Moore talk about this all the time. We used to talk about this all the time. You got some coaches at some point in time they might not think you on that level.
Right.
Or
Then they see you in a certain situation like, oh shit. Then they see the other offers you get, and then they be like, oh, he can play in this conference and all that.
Right, but that's what happens with coaches, because you got a lot of coaches now that'll offer you because another school offered.
Yeah, well, no,
You know what I mean? Like,
that's been going on for a while.
I know, but what I'm saying is, I'm not downplaying how good a player is. I'm not taking away from.
no, I don't.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking away from how good a basketball player is, because it's a lot of 3-star players that can play in North Carolina, but they like the guy they like.
No, I agree, but guess
you know what I mean?
But guess what? Guess what? Hold on. I get what you're saying.
Let me add
I get what you're saying. The point I'm making. Hold on, I got. But the point I'm making is, now you sit and watch this shit. See, this is where that rating shit get fucked up.
I hate that shit.
Right. So what I'm saying. So I just think that's why mid-majors are taking over the NCAA tournament now, because I think nowadays a lot of kids are actually taking advantage of going to mid-majors versus big schools and knowing how good they are. And
that's what I think they should.
And the recruiting process is a little different right now.
Let me say this. If
Go
y'all
ahead.
don't mind me adding this, let me say this. The one thing, it was a whole lot of schools coming out to me. Duke, North Carolina. And part of the reasons was because I graduated with a 3.83.
Yeah.
Until I was a student.
Yeah.
Not just an athlete.
Exactly.
And so they knew that. I didn't have a 2.6.
And they need that.
Yeah.
Them schools need that.
Yeah. And so it was a little different because I was getting letters. I even got a letter from Harvard. They wanted me to come there.
Yeah, I got a lot of letters from Harvard, Brown, a whole bunch of Ivy League schools. Because my GPA was a little high.
And you know how it is.
Yeah, but
the
point that I'm trying to make about recruiting is that I feel like a lot of college, they get these guys, these young guys, they go out here because when you get recruited and you're a young guy playing basketball, you're a teenager, they don't want to. They want to send a guy that can relate to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like
Definitely
they don't want to send an old 56-year-old dude to come recruit you because he's not gonna close. He's not gonna
close the deal.
He's not gonna get that done unless he's been doing
Miles,
it for a long time.
we know ain't nobody recruit
You know
you with
what I
the
mean?
Army.
I agree
You
with that.
sorry
So,
shooting motherfucker.
In
Snapper Jones.
terms of the
Snapper
recruit-
Jones, Miles. Snapper Jones is tuned into the Red Cup.
In terms of the
Recruited by the Army.
it's a lot of
70,000 letters
now.
from the Army.
These dudes don't
The
want to
Army's
work.
biggest recruit.
And they can't.
He was one
they
and
don't
done.
know. They don't know talent. They want to recruit off the schools that's offering.
Coach
If
Rob.
you understand what I'm saying.
I would agree. I would agree with you.
Let me give you a little intake on the
Go
recruiting part,
ahead.
Joe.
Go ahead.
If you could play, they gonna recruit you.
Right, exactly. But
All
that's
right?
not the bottom line.
No. If you can play, they gonna recruit you. They gonna get everything you need to get done. As far as this SAT, they gonna make sure you're on top of your stuff. Ain't nobody in here stupid. We did our work, schoolwork.
Right.
All right. So you got a 2.5.
Hit me up.
We recruited by everybody in the damn country, damn near, sitting in it right here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Totally agree.
They don't want us for our grades, unless you just go in there to sit down. We're going there to play basketball, Joe.
Let me ask you.
Let me tell you that. We're going there to play basketball
this.
for 3 or 4 years.
Let me
right?
ask you this.
That's all you doing.
Let me ask you this.
You got to work the system and let it work you, man. That's why I'm not about you,
I'm
man.
gonna agree about you. I'm gonna agree about you with this. Let me ask you this. You know what they say about football? They say you know why they like why white people like football? Because it's a bunch of black people out there like gladiators. Why are you laughing?
I'm just laughing. Go ahead.
Go ahead, run.
Go ahead.
But they out there fighting. You know what I'm saying? They getting brain damage and everything. But it's like black people out there getting they like gladiators. Have you ever thought of that?
Nah, I ain't never thought of that.
I think it's about the. It's
Nah,
more,
I love-
it's a
I
lot
love
of
the
white
sport.
people playing football too, right?
It's
Football
not as
is a
many- it's not as
thinker,
many.
but see
Yes,
the
it
see
is.
the
It's
funny
not-
part
it's not
about
as many
that
white
is
people.
Basketball.
football is
No,
is
it's
more
not as many.
of a thinker sport than basketball.
Mhm.
You got to be fucking pretty educated to play football in certain positions.
Actually, you don't.
No, you do.
And he can even tell you that.
Certain
Actually, you
positions.
don't.
I said certain positions.
Certain positions.
If you're a quarterback,
Yeah.
you have to be fucking smart to
Yeah.
play.
But he can tell
You
you.
can't be no dummy and play quarterback and be good.
But if you weigh 300 pounds and you can get to a motherfucker in 3 seconds,
Then that's where it tapers off.
that is where you ain't got to worry about it. If
Still
you
gotta
get to a
have a
motherfucker in
technique.
3 seconds,
Yeah, it
they'll
tapers
teach you
off.
that.
But Lawrence Taylor, if we talking
Am
about
I
it,
lying?
wasn't the smartest
Am I lying?
motherfucker,
Am I lying?
but he was
I get what
talented.
you're saying.
He was very smart,
But
but he was dumb as a goddamn brick.
Yeah, but that's
Off
the
the
position that it don't take a lot of smarts to play.
That's what I'm saying.
But guess what?
Am I lying? If you can get to a motherfucker in 3 seconds, they recruit you,
I agree.
and they'll find a way to make sure your grades are substantial.
But the point,
And
the
by
point.
the way, that's a college word.
So
Substantial.
you don't think
Yeah.
nobody recruited you? You think everybody recruited you because you had good
Oh
grades?
no, I know that didn't.
Oh, all right.
I'm not that arrogant to think that. Nah, I'm not that
No,
arrogant.
that's
to
a
think
plus now. That's a big plus.
that. No, I'm not that arrogant.
You
to
graduated.
Perfect
with
example
your
of this
degree.
is the kid from Oakland Raiders, the quarterback.
Yeah.
Sent him home with a tape to watch the blitz packages.
But that's
Wasn't nothing on it.
But that's the point I was trying to make earlier, is that
No, I'm
in
messing
terms
with
of
you. I'm messing with you, Moose.
yeah,
I'm
in
just
terms
messing
of recruiting, like you got all these guys that's supposed to be these great coaches, man. And I ain't going on no coaches, but I've been doing this shit for a long time, and they'll know what they know because they'll come through my program. I help them get a job, and they'll be a coach. They get a coaching job, and they don't want to work in terms of recruiting guys who might not have all the accolades.
Let me say this to you. How many of these coaches how many people have they actually got degrees for?
I mean, you have to have
you
you
probably-
have to
probably
have a
don't know. I know
degree.
you don't
You have
know.
to have a degree to coach college
No, I know.
basketball.
No, they have to have a degree. But how many degrees did the kids that they recruited come across?
No, I'm just talking about coaching high school basketball.
No, I got you.
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
coaching.
you.
I'm talking about coaching
No,
high
I
school.
got you.
But
it
what
won't
I'm
make
saying
sense.
is, you got guys who get a college job, right? They get a college job because they can recruit a certain area,
Or somebody like
or
them.
they
Or somebody
affiliated
like them,
with a
right.
program.
Right.
Right.
That means they can get certain kids.
Right.
And then you got guys
Just like
how-
if I get a college job, I'm coming to y'all because y'all know people from DC and Maryland.
Exactly.
You know
That's
what
what
I'm
we'll do,
saying?
yeah.
So in terms of the college recruiting, this is the classic example of a motherfucker's college coaches, of college coaches not knowing what the fuck they looking at. Ja Morant. How in the fuck did he go to a mid-major school? Let me ask y'all. I want to ask y'all all that question because y'all play basketball.
Nah, I don't know
Man,
because I
Hey,
think
look.
he one of the best things out there.
And that's my point.
But that's a good thing.
If he wasn't a 5-star player in high school,
Nah, he wasn't.
Late bloomer, man.
why? He was a late bloomer.
Nah,
He
because,
was?
because
You sure?
they was looking at they was looking at
I
it
don't
was on
think
the
everybody in the country
Nah.
would have passed up on him.
they was
You watched this kid
Can
in
you hear
high
me?
school.
Can you hear me?
He didn't grow. He didn't grow from 5'8" to 6.
Well,
What
that's
tall
a
is he
good
now?
story.
Can you hear me though? Can you hear me?
That's a great story.
He was on the same.
I
Can you
know
hear me?
that.
Can you hear me?
Charlie Moe, listen, I'm not
No, I
gating,
know what you're saying.
but what I'm saying is,
If I see John Morant.
Listen to what I'm saying.
and
go ahead.
I
I'm
see
listening.
Trey Jones.
He was on the same team as
that's my point.
Zion.
So everybody,
Zion.
all of the
So they looked at
all
Zion.
of the college coaches was at the game
Nobody's perfect.
because
man.
fucking the dude was there.
Nobody's perfect.
So how in the fuck?
Nobody's perfect.
If Murray State, listen, I ain't taking no hits on Murray
No
State.
disrespect, right?
No disrespect to Murray State.
Mm-hmm.
But how in the fuck this kid wasn't a 4 or 5-star player? So he
And
was
he
on that
actually-
team not doing nothing?
That's why it's
he actually
overrated.
better than
That
Zion,
star shit. That
actually.
star shit is overrated.
That's
It
my
don't matter.
point.
Yeah,
That's
but
the
look.
point I'm trying to make.
But that actually helped him out.
But they sitting in the gym watching the goods.
He was a good.
But
no,
you telling me?
no, let me
Because
tell you.
you telling me this kid wasn't flying?
Let me tell you this.
That's bullshit.
Let me tell you
Let
me tell you this.
I will say now. I will say this now.
Uh-huh.
I was a victim of this shit.
Let me tell you.
Some of them
me
schools
too.
already know what's going down, and they saying we ain't got no chance at them. Murray State probably said the bag was already boom boom, so they know not to fuck with them. Now hold on.
Okay.
Think, I went through that shit coming out of Compton JUCO. Everybody knew I was going to Drake. So they was like,
They didn't fuck.
They was like, we ain't gonna wing.
But look, I'm a sanction what you said.
I went through that
because that's
shit.
the reason why DeMar Johnson never got recruited.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. I went through that shit. I went through that shit.
Let me say this. I'm gonna do you one better.
Mom was already going.
I'm gonna do you one better.
No,
I'm gonna do you one better.
nobody recruited him because he thought he was gonna put his name in the draft.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do you one better. Okay, Minnesota, the Minneapolis, whatever they call it, right? They flew me up for 90 days when I was up there.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
You know why they didn't keep me? They told me I was the best player there. You know why they didn't keep me? Because they was going through that damn contract negotiation, and I'm sure you're gonna remember this, when they didn't know if they was gonna have Kevin Garnett or Joe Smith.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's the only reason. They told me I was the best. They told Kevin Garnett.
It'll make them look stupid.
Yeah, that happens all the time.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Man,
No, the point he's making it. The point he's making
it's the same.
It's on every level.
Yeah, it's the same.
That's how it is. Like when I came out of Compton, before I went to Compton, they was like, every coach in the country knew I was going to Drake because they already knew what was going on. They want to recruit you, but they don't. But then it was some coaches that went behind Rudy back and was like, fuck that, we still going to shoot our shot. You get what I'm saying? That's it. So, and I think that probably that's what the Murray State came in with
that kid.
Them motherfuckers probably knew we ain't got a chance of getting this motherfucker.
And they just
I don't give a fuck. Murray State,
but they didn't.
Murray State house don't matter. They
didn't want to spend the money.
Yeah, they waste their time to recruit them.
Let me add to this. When I went to let me add to this.
The schools.
Let me add to this. When I went to Minnesota Timberwolves, when I went to Minnesota Timberwolves, the GM actually sat down with me and told me, "You the best player in here, but we can't keep you because they had 13 contracts. They could only keep 14."
Yeah, but that's different.
How's that different?
Because colleges don't have contracts.
That's
the difference.
A scholarship was a contract.
No, they
it is.
Shit,
that's what they tell you.
That's
what they tell you.
That's a little different. That's a little
contract.
I get what you're saying, but that's a little different.
But Moose, you got to think.
Because that happens
in recruiting today. You don't ever get a college coach. We only got 3 left.
I went to
Or
Minnesota.
2 scholarships.
No. If it's a bad motherfucker, they
Right,
fuck the third one. They gonna put him on the
That's
tape.
what I'm saying.
Moose, listen to me, okay? I was up there.
Nobody's
Moose,
signing. Listen,
Just hear me.
I get you.
I was
I'm
up
with
there
you.
for 90 days. 90
It's
days.
different in the pros.
And you mean you
can't really?
give me
It's
a
different.
shot?
That
90
shit is
days,
different.
You keep me around for 90 days.
Yeah, but that's different. You got paid for 90 days though.
I did.
Exactly. These niggas ain't getting
But the
paid.
thing about it, now the one that can say on the flip side of it, at least they was honest with you.
Yeah, they told me.
At
They told me.
least they was honest, like, you know what I'm
It
saying?
was like, they said,
Why do you think that they didn't say fuck it? If you was the best, if they told you was the best player there,
because they told me I came in and I played against Kevin Garnett and all of them. And it was like I played against Kevin Garnett, Tim, what's his name? That was up there from Maryland. Tim Smith.
Joe Smith.
Joe Smith, yeah. I played against all of them and I killed their ass.
but why do you think?
Because they was under contract.
You think that's it? Bottom line.
No franchise.
I don't know.
Big
But
ticket.
I will say this. They had just signed them to 2
big
big ass
ticket.
contracts.
Yeah, and that's the difference between college and the pros.
Yeah, they had just signed
That's
them to 2
the
big ass
difference.
contracts.
They got to pay these dudes, and then if you the best player and you go outplay them motherfuckers, then what they got to do with
I
you?
came out. I'm gonna tell you something. I came out, Joe.
7 feet though.
I'm gonna tell you.
That's the point that I'm trying to make without saying it.
Not KG, but I'm.
He the franchise.
let's go
Joe Smith is a number one. What's his number one pick, right?
Listen to me.
Huh?
We go against Joe Smith because we had pickup games that you had to go to 7. I had 5 out of 7 goddamn points.
Dog, listen. I get it. I'm with you. I get it.
But they said we gotta let you go. I said okay.
I get it. I
That's
get
how
it.
it is.
I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get it.
No. I'm not doubting that.
If you was 6'8", nigga,
Nah, that's way more.
they might have put you on. They might have put Joe Smith on his head.
Yeah, they might have. Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
They paid him, It's a contract. They got to pay this motherfucker.
$95 million.
Hey, yeah, man.
Like
that's why I'm saying college is different than the pros. It's totally different.
He was the GM, but Kurt, all I was asking for was like $10 million. You know what I'm saying? Just give me $10 million. I'm good.
Nigga, if you was 6'8", you would got 8. Damien, if you was 6'8", you would got $100 million.
I was just like,
that's the difference, because it wasn't too many motherfuckers that could play basketball as good as you could play.
What's that?
And I'm stamping that. It's not a whole bunch of motherfuckers.
What's that joint?
You can be undersized. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
What's
like all that shit means shit.
White
it means something.
Mm-hmm. White man, hey, look. I be like, we going to Sizzler. We going to Sizzler. Shit.
No bullshit.
We going out tonight. You know what I'm saying? We going to Sizzler.
It's just a whole lot of politics
the game,
with the whole shit. Like it's a whole lot of politics with the whole shit.
There's a politics with everything.
And it's funny. We talking about this, man. And I bring back a conversation that me and Chase had one day. We just going back and forth and little slight argument. So he's telling me, like, man, you could have went to a bigger. Yeah, man, you was bigger than Drake. You're never bigger than the school. That's for one.
No,
for two. It's like you could have went to a bigger school. I was just trying to explain to him, like, I could have went anywhere I went, but at the same time, a lot of them big schools just counted me out. Meaning, like, he don't want to get his shit together. This is coming out of JUCO. He know. Charlie Moe know. So
let me say this.
It was already documented that I was going to Drake out of Compton. So the big schools,
they weren't gonna recruit you. Yeah.
And not only that, they didn't think,
because they all talk. All the coaches talk.
Man, look, man, don't even do that.
Don't even waste your time.
Right.
Don't even waste your time.
And now that, but a lot of them big schools didn't know I was gonna get my shit together.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And then they start like going and behind the closed. Oh man, woo woo. So I'm like, damn, now you got Arkansas, you got Georgetown, you got motherfucking USC. So now, but at this time, the bag secured. So I'm going with the bag. The bag got me where I was at right now.
Right.
Exactly. Just took a hell of a gamble, and the dice rolled the right way.
I'll never forget, Joe. I had a game. I was coming back to my little apartment joint. Me and Randolph, they had the top transfers. I had 21. This nigga had 27. They was like, think about the top. Both out of DC, baby. Transfers. Top transfers in the country.
So
I still got that clip to this day, Joe.
It was already understood, but see.
But we always talked about that.
They don't want to fuck with you,
like,
though. They don't want to fuck with you.
Man, look, you gotta do what we gotta do.
Because sometimes you outplay their top recruits.
They do.
Yep.
But I mean,
and the
it's
best
like,
thing happened to my man though. He went away.
I would say they do, but
So
you don't take the money. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, bullshit. Take the money. Hey, look at hey, come ahead,
man. Go ahead,
take the money.
Go ahead, Lord.
You know what? Take the money. Nigga, it's the Red Cup show. We taking the money. Yeah, the fuck out here with that bullshit. Yeah, you supposed to say that.
No, I didn't. You're not supposed to say that. Make me woman.
You supposed to say that. I took the money.
That shit
is they talking about don't take the money.
That nigga said make me one.
Yeah, Hey, Dave. Hey,
make me one.
Yes, indeed.
Make me one. I am use back.
Yeah.
Man, fuck
I'm
that
just
shit.
telling you, I ain't taking, man.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that, though.
Huh?
Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's what you said, and I'm telling what I said.
Okay.
Nigga, I took the money. The fuck out of here with that bullshit.
Man.
Yeah. You know, but Moose, you definitely saying some good shit, though. The recruiting now is totally different.
It's totally different. The kids now, like, the kids now that play in my program now, these motherfuckers couldn't even make the team back when he played.
Mm-hmm.
They wouldn't even. We'd have had to make another team for these motherfuckers to play.
Right.
They couldn't have made they couldn't have made the team with them dudes.
Look at the pictures of high school.
They wasn't tough enough. It was totally different basketball game. Like, you got guys right now that's 5-star, 4-star players that play with us and take over and what's the other team? Adidas team,
New World.
Them dudes couldn't get it done back then. It's a different game.
We play. What's the ranking though?
Right.
They couldn't.
Meet me at the court, man.
Yeah, like who?
Yeah, it's different.
What's
It's
the
different,
ranking?
man. These kids are different, man. They too privileged. Like they couldn't even, like, I wouldn't even notice these dudes in the workout.
Appreciate that, man.
Hey, what's the
Like
ranking?
it's not one kid that play with me now.
Number one.
In the last, hold up, Damien. It's not one kid that
Let me
play.
just add this.
Go ahead.
Number one, when we was working out, we spent 8 hours working out. Am I lying, Kirk?
Yeah, you
right.
It was like it's a job.
It's not one kid that play
So
on
now
any
they
team that I have
They think they do it for an hour and a half.
in the
and
last,
it's
in probably the last 10, I'll say 5 years or 10 years, since probably Mike Beasley, that I would take over you. Not one. Hands down, it wouldn't even be a fucking.
that's a big compliment because you just excluded Kirk.
He ain't play for me.
I ain't playing.
Kirk ain't play for me.
I just kick back to the program.
Yeah, Kurt ain't never played for me. That nigga down at my age.
I'm just joking.
I went to camp with this little boy-ass motherfucker. And nah, he's not him. I'm saying
just joking,
the
man.
kids that I coached and came through my program is not one kid in the last. It ain't a whole bunch of kids I take over you, but in the last motherfucking 10 years, it's not one. It's not one.
I appreciate that.
Not fucking one.
I appreciate that. But no,
They couldn't even come in the gym with you. You'll fucking run off. Because these kids don't even understand. Like,
Nah, when me and Kurt was balling,
these kids don't even understand, man.
You'll be drunk on Thursday, but you'll get your ass up in the gym on Friday
That's all this nigga most. Hey, Joe, this
and
nigga
be
was-
there for
Joe,
like 4 hours.
I know,
This
trust me, I
nigga
know.
used to lock niggas up, finish at the rim,
I might
run the floor, bring that bitch up,
and
do a
then
cross,
Kurt be like, "Won't you meet me down?
all
there?
that shit,
Won't you meet
man.
me down the?"
They ain't love basketball like you.
I try to
These
get
kids
this
don't love
motherfucker
basketball.
everywhere.
They play it because it makes them popular, but they don't
Yeah,
love it.
I agree.
They
You
don't-
right about that.
They don't
Yeah.
love it.
So
If
let me,
these kids don't play, they not gonna go
man.
play if they don't have to.
Oh shit!
Like we
That separates
we
the
played
good from the
we
great.
we'd go and get
Everywhere.
Lil Marvin and Super
Man,
Dave
going everywhere.
and go to the motherfucking
Anywhere.
court and hoop
yeah, they don't.
just
do it no more.
for fucking
I'm gonna
recreation.
tell you one better. When somebody from another neighborhood challenge you,
Yeah,
All right, I'm
let's go get this
gonna
money.
bring my 5.
Yeah.
You bring your 5.
Man,
we
we
gonna
played
get it in.
basketball, Joe. We played basketball when we wasn't in college. After college, we wasn't playing wherever we was playing. We was just
hoop, man.
hanging out. We
hoop.
still went to play basketball.
Shit, every now and then we still do it. I told my wife I couldn't fuck because I pulled a growing muscle. Pulled a growing muscle. I was like, my shit hurting. She trying to do something. So I gotta go home and check on her, make sure she ain't snuck out.
Hey, this thing is crazy.
man.
Look, we're gonna talk about the local matchups, man. Like we always talk. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know the local matchup.
no. I'm about to give you the matchup. So I'm talking about how people do compare and
juice over there.
matchups, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got. I'm just throw some names out there, and you tell me what would be your
Here we
toughest
go.
matchup.
Here we go.
No.
You ready to upset somebody?
No, I don't give a fuck about upsetting nobody.
I know, but you great.
So you got no. Fuck that bullshit, Damien. Listen, what I'm saying.
Okay.
You got your matchups was conversation wise locally.
Oh, you talking about old school people?
Yeah. I'm talking
Okay,
about
go.
you was
I thought
playing.
you talking about the young dudes.
No.
that was coming up. Go
The
ahead.
matchups back then with you were just conversation wise was like Lonnie Arrell, Mike Gill, Pageesh. Like out of them three, what was your tough matchup?
Who would it? Huh?
Your
Honda.
Your
Ain't no
tough-
Honda cores in the
Who's
parking lot.
your toughest matchup between them three? Between them three.
My toughest matchup would be Mike Gill.
Okay.
Mike Gill, Lonnie Rose, he's off.
Okay. hey. We do Red Cup, man. We know, and don't. Hey, how they say? Don't shoot the messenger. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
All I had to do was be physical with him.
Right. Okay.
Mike Gill, my toughest one.
What about McGee's though? Tough matchup or not?
It can't be that tough because I don't even know who the fuck he is.
Oh shit! I love it. Red Cup special, baby. Hey, in my Ace Entertainment voice, Red Cup special.
The Maffle,
baby.
Mike McGee. You don't know Mike McGee from the Maffle?
I don't even know who he is.
You don't know who he is. Okay.
YouTube tomorrow.
Hey, you ain't never heard of Mike McGee?
He was a cookbook.
I don't even know who he is.
Hey,
He played with us too.
Okay, he ain't playing against me though.
Damn.
style.
I don't even know who he is. That's a great answer. I like, no,
Funny
yeah.
style.
I don't.
Yeah.
You don't know who Mike
I'm not
McGee is?
judging him. He might bust my ass right now.
Hey, Joe,
But
listen,
shit, I'm 43 years old.
No, we talking about back then. That was, hold up, Mike a little younger than him, right?
Just a
I
little.
think he is though.
Just a little.
They ain't play together. They ain't play with
Nah,
us
that's what I
together.
said. I don't
Yeah.
know who he is.
But y'all two played
Similar.
similar.
I'm
Y'all was
saying, I
similar.
don't know. The ones that I know that from the Mather, they went to North Carolina.
Keith
What's his last name?
Bogus.
Yeah.
Keith Bogus and
Joe
yeah.
Forte.
Bogus
Joe
went to
Forte.
Kentucky.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I didn't.
No, he talking about Joe Forte. Yeah.
Bogus
Yeah.
went to Kentucky.
Mike
But
came before them.
I
What?
didn't know.
Mike was before them. I don't know.
Nah, Mike.
Can you record this, sir?
Right, so he should know.
I'm
he
not
should
trying
know
to be
Mike.
disrespectful.
He know Mike.
We don't,
You
know.
don't know. You gotta see his face.
You ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that. What you ain't.
If that's how you feel, that's how you
ain't
feel.
heard him. You ain't heard him.
That's how you feel.
Bottom line.
number
So
one.
let's get back. Let's get
Hold on,
back.
number one. You ain't got to say that because I ain't never scared. Okay.
No,
No, he know that. He know that. We know that.
Keith probably came out about.
So let's get back. Let's get. So you said.
Keith came out with Jay in them.
Key came out with
You said Mike
DJ
Gill,
in
right?
96.
Why would that be a
He
tough
was
matchup?
before
Y'all, I
us.
think y'all similar games too.
Yeah, we are similar games. But Mike, one time I actually played him up Dunbar. We had a Bowie was coming out of Dunbar, and me and Mike actually got into it, and he came at me the wrong way.
Mike who?
Mike Gill.
Oh, Mike Gill.
And I said, you know what? I was like, okay, I'm gonna fuck you up, right? I said that to him, and he was like, I like your personality, and we became friends ever since then.
Right,
because
right.
he was like,
Mike
oh,
They
you
got
wasn't
similar
scared.
games though.
Mike Gill was a cool.
They got similar games. They got
Yeah,
some
Mike Gill,
wing
Mike
can pose.
Mike
Can
Gill,
defend?
Yeah, Mike Gill came at me, and it was at Dunbar, and I was like, okay.
Now if he come at you, he want to smoke with you.
Huh?
Now if he come at you, he want to smoke with you.
I don't know about that. I ain't seen him in years, so I don't know.
So why do you think the Lonnie
The thrill is
matchup
gone.
wasn't a tough one for you?
I don't know.
The thrill
I
is
mean,
gone.
I can't explain that because Lonnie just, for some reason he just didn't like me. You know what I'm saying? But if you take 14 times, he lost 13 of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I can't say why he didn't like me. We didn't even talk. But for some reason, I really believe it was because his man Lavelle was saying something to him about crushing you or something like that.
Or like
Could be
doing them
wrong,
like, yeah.
could be wrong, could be right.
One thing about Bill, he let Lonnie know when he ain't out there when they ain't out there
He
doing
did
the shit.
tell him. He did because he came out to me
Man, let's
when
call
Lonnie.
Lavelle.
Live?
Yeah.
Nah, we ain't doing that shit, Ken.
No, we call him
Sometimes motherfucker got your number. Like,
Yeah, that-
it
you right.
is what it is.
You right.
Yeah.
It don't mean like
It don't mean you ain't like that.
it don't mean you ain't like that, and it don't mean that the player that got your number is better than you. It
Right.
just mean that
You know.
yeah, he just got your number.
Same with teams.
Yeah.
Certain teams got
Certain
certain
teams.
teams' numbers.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure. I done seen you do work every time.
Oh, I got some
never seen
tough
you lose,
assignments
but I'm sure
too.
I'm sure you done lost the cup.
Yeah, I got some tough assignments. I think everybody do.
Probably too.
Yeah, I think everybody got some tough
I'm gonna tell you one
assignments.
of my ones that I shut down. You know one of my ones that I always shut down? Ray Allen. When I was checking Ray Allen, this motherfucker never scored more than 13 points.
That's why you played against him. Yeah, you was
Who
in that,
fried
was
you?
in that heat though.
Huh?
Who fried you? Nobody?
Lonnie O'Reilly.
Nah, I'm talking about on the regular. Like,
nah, I know
you couldn't, like,
I know where
Can't go from Lonnie.
nobody ever.
Yeah, I about to say the same. You sending mixed messages now.
Yeah, man.
Freddie say
You got a layover.
he got Lonnie number. Now he said Lonnie gave him 44.
Nah, he's saying one game. He's saying one.
Oh,
game.
that one game.
He's saying one game. I'm saying who you couldn't guard. Like who had your number?
This motherfucker.
Nah, bullshit.
But I never really checked them. I just always had to help. But this motherfucker used to have like 40 on us.
But we ain't never. I wasn't trying to go past this month. He long arms and that bullshit. I ain't challenging that shit. You know what I'm saying? We just like your height matchup wise. I just think that it was always you, Lonnie, or Mike Gill, the Geese. Would you say you don't?
No, I respect all of them.
When you say you don't know the Geese, that's some funny shit.
I respect Lonnie. I respect Mike Gill. You know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking what they did.
Nah, we ain't saying you knocking them. No, you answering good questions.
But you know, he went off on me one time. I had like 40 something.
So you saying you won the overall matchups?
Of course.
They said, of course.
Yeah, I'm not scared to make my statement.
You ain't supposed to be, nigga. Your shit is stamped in the books. Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? West Virginia shit. That's stamped.
Make my statement.
Nah, that's stamped, man.
But nah, yeah, Lonnie was. I don't know. I played against him probably like 10 times. And so that's probably the one that I had the most games with.
Mm-hmm.
And he went off down Georgetown, McDonough Arena. I remember it like it was yesterday. The motherfucker was hitting from half court.
That was
So basically, you saying, but overall matchups, you feel as though you got the best of the matchup.
Yes.
Overall.
I'm not going to bite my tongue on that one. All right. Yes.
Okay. Get that.
Man, you better stop fucking with Shuttlesworth, man.
Who?
Shuttlesworth.
Who the fuck is that?
Ray Allen.
Oh, Ray Allen.
No.
He got like 25 and 6 yards. That's what Charles, eh?
Yeah, his name Jesus.
what's the year
25
though?
and 6.
Huh?
You was there.
Say that again?
25 and 6.
Nah, that man ain't never had more than 13 on me. I might have got taken on the game, but he ain't never had more than 13. So yeah, you can look at the shows.
looking at it right now.
Look at the game. Look at the game.
I'm looking at the stats.
Okay. Yeah, he ain't.
You
never.
had a great game though.
Oh, I know it is.
You got a bucket that game.
Oh, he
Y'all win that.
Yeah, he kept getting the bucket.
You win that.
Yeah, ain't never had more than 13 on me.
Did you guard him the whole game?
I said no.
So exactly.
No, he said he got the whole game.
Yeah. So
He
when
said,
he guarded you,
no, I definitely get what he's
he
saying.
ain't fry you. That's
Yeah.
what you
Nah,
saying.
you outscored him that game.
But you know, people on the outside ain't even looking at it like that.
I mean,
Fuck
I
the
can't-
people on the
let me-
outside.
let me-
That's the whole
what
thing that
I'm
people
gonna
don't
say.
Nah, I know
understand.
that.
I can't worry about the people. You know what
Right.
I'm
No,
saying?
I'm not saying that, but that's why he pulled up 25. He got 25.
He just doing that to be envious.
Yeah, okay.
Damn. I keep my stats, man.
Man, listen,
There's a lot of
it's
good players
nothing
from
wrong
this area, man.
with getting fried. It's nothing
Nah,
wrong. with it.
I'm not gonna
If
lie.
you play basketball, you're not a basketball player.
I'm not
And
gonna
you
lie.
never
You got fried a lot?
No, never.
Who
I
fried
was a
you?
defender.
What
Yeah,
fried? What
Moose,
fried?
tell
You
him,
remember
Moose.
who fried? You-
Tell him.
Everybody remember one
this
fried.
white boy at Maine fried me.
Okay. Everybody remember.
That
Everybody
I'm
remember one
gonna
fried.
take account for. This
Really?
white boy at Maine at college fried me.
Really? Where you from?
C plus.
And who fried you?
This white boy,
From where?
Maine,
That don't even make sense.
University of Maine.
Who fried
You
Mo?
wouldn't have got him. This motherfucker was shooting that motherfucker from everywhere.
Who fried you, Mo?
What level?
Who
You got fried on every level?
I ain't
How would I
get
bounce
I
back?
ain't get fried on early.
No, it's nothing wrong with it.
Everybody.
If you're not a basketball player,
Eric Murdoch got me on the
I would
on
say
national
this. I would
stage.
say this. I would say
everybody
this.
got
Murdoch
fried,
was
man.
tough.
It's nothing
No,
wrong
we
with
all
it.
got.
No, I
if you hoop, You got fried
when
before.
he went to West Virginia.
Everybody
I would
got
say this. Oh yeah,
before.
but I would
That's
say
just about playing
That's
basketball.
about playing basketball.
If a motherfucker say he got fried, they tripping.
Hold up.
Yeah,
When he came to West Virginia, he
everybody else
fried the shit out of us. Now, I wasn't checking him at the time. But this
We spent on the tour team. We played him and Greg and them.
He went bananas. He had like 40.
Hey, look. One thing I will say about that nigga, after the game, they said, man, look, where you at? Everything cool. I was cool. Yeah, they looked out.
I was like, you want some pussy?
Yeah.
You want a drink? You ain't put that on there, then.
Red cup.
You live, Dio?
You lied. We can't take it back.
You saying y'all ain't put that on there?
I was like, you want some pussy? You want a drink?
You said it again.
Come to the house. Come to the house. Didn't you come to the house? Didn't you come to the house?
Yeah, I came to the house. That was a long time ago.
Like, come to the house. Shit.
Oh, man.
Nah, no bullshit.
No matter whether we won or lost, we was gonna party together. You know what I'm saying? No matter what.
No doubt.
Nah, when I saw man D.O. Williams out there, I said, man, we gotta get this nigga on. But to me, and I'm pretty sure that Moose and Charlie feel the same way. Man, the most underrated player. Motherfucker talk about. Hall of Fame at a Big East school. Yeah. First team All Met, 94.
I appreciate that.
You know what I'm saying? Always was a fierce competitor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You call this motherfucker, we playing, he don't give a fuck. I be there.
I just hope one day you can give back to them youngins, man. Because they don't understand, man.
Well, let me say this to you. Why won't we try to figure out a way to do it together?
Man, just come holler at me.
Yeah.
Nah,
just come holler at me.
Kirk got my number. So
I got it.
I tell you what he catching, man. He every day. My motherfucking man though, Dio. Anything you wanna close out with? Tell the people, man. You know what I'm saying, or
nah,
the youngins or whatever, man.
For my girl. That's it.
You know what I'm saying? He say
you got it already. You want to shirt for my girl? Make sure it's the right size though. She big. Make sure it's the right size.
You gotta hold it up, man.
He ain't make sure it's the right
That's a
size.
nice shirt for her, man.
Say what?
Oh, XL, yeah, we good.
Well, we gotta get a bigger shirt.
Nah, we good.
What?
Hey Joe,
Yeah.
my motherfucking man Dio,
Yeah,
We want to
man.
get out of here, man.
Yeah, we out here, man. We gonna close out. See y'all next week, my man Dio, man.
Give me a little bit more than Amsterdam.
Next week, Lonnie Real is on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me come back.
Peace out.